Welcome to IT Boost YouTube channel. Kotlin Android App Development. Lesson 5. Activities. Android activities. An activity represents a single screen with a user interface just like a window or frame. So keep in mind, activity is the screen, right? Each and every screen in your Android app that will call activity, like a frame or window. Or we can, in simple word, we can say page, each and every page, each and every screen. Here we call activities. If you have worked with C or C++ or Java language, then you must have seen that your program start from main function. Very similar way, Android system initiate its program within an activity starting with a call on create callback method. There is a sequence of callback method that start up an activity and a sequence of callback method that tear down an activity as shown in the below activity life cycle diagram. Right? So activity is a screen. So it has a life cycle, start from onCreate method and callback method. Here see, the activity launched, onCreate, onStart, onResume, activity running, right? OnPause, onStop, and onDestroy, activity shutdown. You see, so if it is on pause, again you can resume it, right? App progress killed also, it will be created, right? On stop also, if you give restart, you can be restarted using all those methods, each and every screen, right? The activity class defined the following callbacks, example events. You don't need to implement all the callback methods. However, it's important that you understand each one and implement those that ensure your app behaves that way users expect. So these are the callback methods. On create, this is the first callback and called when the activity is first created. On start, this callback is called when the activity becomes visible to the user. On resume, this is called when the user start interacting with the application. On pause, the paused activity does not receive user input and cannot execute any code and called when the currently activity is being paused and the previous activity is being resumed. On stop, the callback is called when the activity is no longer visible, mean the screen. On destroy, the callback is called before the activity is destroyed by the system. On restart, this callback is called when the activity is restart after stopping it. Right. So to explain it, we will do an example. Right. So I will open my Android application. So I'll open my Android Studio and I'll click new project. Here see, this is the activity. When you are in the initial, we can select the activity as screen. That's why normally what we did here, you can select a basic screen, navigation screen. So often we have using this empty activity, empty screen. Activity means the screen or frame of the app, right? Right. So here first I will create a empty activity and another activity later. I'm going to create a screen and I'm going to pass a value to another screen in this example. So we have to create two activities. So first I will create my initial activity. I will call empty activity and click next. So I will say my activity, whatever the name you want, you can give. The language is Kotlin. As usual, I will select the SDK version 5.5 Lollipop and I will click finish. Right. So you know it had to start build all the Gradles. Right. So while building all the Gradles, we will go to the code. So we have to make our GUI. Here I have placed 3 edit text in my activity: to, subject, message, and a button. So the user can enter to, subject, and message, and when he send, I am going to open another activity and I am going to pass the values to the another activity. It means another screen. From this screen, when you send, these 3 details will be passed to another screen. So here we have to place 3 edit text and a button in a linear layout. I made it this one, linear layout, and vertically. So one below another. It will come one below another, right? So here the Gradle build finished. I will go to activity main XML. This is our first interface. I will go to code and I will add the code here. So I will add my code here. Linear layout. Here the edit text, width, height, wrap content, right? Match parent and wrap content. And the width is the match parent according to the screen size. According to the screen size, it will become here the total width. According to the screen width, it will take the width. So that's why we placed match parent. Right. Wrap content, the height according to the text size. Here for the ID I am giving 2. For the first one, the ID is 2. And the size, I will explain this one. Here the size, text size, the weight. For all also, here the ID is subject, the ID is message, and ID is BTN text for the button, right? And here for the hint, there is a hint. I have placed a hint, not a text, it's a hint. So to the hint, you can type the straightaway value. So here what I did, it's a better practice to make it in a resources, right? You can keep on your values in the resources. So here in the rest folder, here there is a values. Here there is a strings XML, all our string XML. I am going to keep all my string values in this string XML. So I double click that one here. So in the string XML, you can see it's already you can find a string value what we gave for our app name. It's automatically generated. The app name I gave my activity. See, this is one of my string value in our app we are using. It's automatically came when you are giving that activity name in the startup page. Right. So additionally, I need some string values for this hint. So here these are the hint we need. So we will code that one there also. So I will place these string values here. Here the string name hint2. The value is 2. String hint subject, hint message, BTN. So these are the values going to pass here. Here string hint2. The ID, right? Hint subject. These are the name for each and every. Here hint message, hint button text. So it's better to use these your string values from the resources file. So you can pass it anywhere. So straight away also, if it is a simple app you can straight away also here you can give. But in a good practice, make it these things like this. So the string XML. Right. So that one also we learn in this lesson additionally. Right. Now we have to create a class, a global, a global class to pass the value. So here we are going to pass some values from one screen to another, right? Here the to, subject, message, and when you click the send message, it will be passed to another's activity. So for the both activities, we need a global variables, common variables. So that's why I'm going to create a class. There are so many methods. I'm going to create a class, a Java class. It's a Java class. I'm making that as a class name, pass values, and I put public. So that will be common for the both screens, both activities, and 3 variables: public, static, string, message. public static string 2, public static string subject. So we have to create this class. So what I do, I will create this class. I will go to here, watch carefully, file, new. We have to select a Java class. That is that. It's a new project, a new module, import Kotlin class file. What I do, I'll go to main activity, Kotlin, file, new. Here Java class, right? You should be in the, not in the, you have to select this main activity KT. Right, now after that you can go to file, new. Here Java class. So in Java class, I'll give a class name, pass values and enter. So it will create a Java file class file. The class name is pass values. So in this pass values, we have to create those public 3 variables. So I will create those 3 public variables. So I will create those 3 public variables in my pass values. Right, now we have to code our main activity Kotlin file. So in our main Kotlin file, we have to import the class necessary classes here, content, intent, right? The view, button, and edit text. So we will import those things first. So I'll go to main activity Kotlin. In the packages, right, import all those. So in the main activity Kotlin file, we will import those classes from the library, intent, view, button, and edit text. Right. So next we have to cast the components. It means the edit text and the button. So we have to cast those 3 edit text and the button. So we will add that code. So under the set content r.layout activity main, I will cast the values here var txt2 find view by id 2 as edit text. These are the IDs what we made in the XML. Here activity XML, here id 2, other one is subject, message, and the btn text. So straight away we casting that one. Right, next we have to create the on-click listener event. btn set on-click listener object view. Here that's why we imported the view class. On-click listener override function on-click view pass values using the global class, the class what we created. Pass values here. This is the pass values, right? The pass values message txt message text to string. This is the txt message text to string. Pass values 2 is the global variable, txt2 here, text to string, converting that one to string, all these 3 value. And intent is for the next activity. Intent, the function intent application context second. So we have to create another activity called name second. So I will create that one. First we will create that one. Oh, we will add the code first, this one, right? Through the class file, the Java class file. All the values are inherited from the Java class file, right? So the class name is here the pass values. And we are intenting that one to the second screen, right? So we will add this code to our main activity Kotlin. So here I will place the button on click listener. Right, still it will show the error because we didn't create the second activity. This is the name of the second screen. Right, now we'll create the second screen. Start activity intent, right? The intent is the second, right? So we are calling the, here this is the second screen using the intent method. And start activity, starting the activity through the intent. The intent we place the second. And it will passing the value to the, from the class Java file. Pass values, Yeah, this is the pass values. Right, now we'll create the second activity. So I'll go to File, New, Activity. I will take another empty activity and I will name that one as second. Right, second, and I'll click Finish. So this is the second Kotlin file and this is the user interface. So we will make the user interface for the second screen, activity second.xml. So this is the user interface, just three text views. So we will add those three text views in the second screen. So I'll go to the activity second.xml and I will add the code with the linear layout, right? Three text views and it has ID also. Here to out, subject out, message out. To out, subject out, message out. Right? Right. Now we have to create the second Kotlin file. Second for the second class here. The name is second. We have to create the Kotlin. Here also we need to import the classes. So we have to import one classes Android Wicket text view. So we can I will explain that next one also. We are casting all the text views here. To out, subject out, message out, text view as. And here text out to set text pass values. So pass values is the global variable from the Java class. To pass values subject, pass values message. So we will add those casting and passing the values. So still I can say I didn't import. So still I can say I didn't import the text view. Right. So we will add the code and okay. Right, here it's showing the red line because we didn't import the text view. You can import the text view or you can select on that and in your keyboard press Alt Enter. So it will ask to import, so click import. So it will be imported and the error will be go off. Now we can run and check our application. So I'll click here, run the app. We have already the virtual device what we have configured is there already. So here also we wait for a few minutes to build the Gradle. Here Gradle is building. Right, the Gradle build, the Android virtual devices started itself. Now the app have to be loaded. Right, so the Gradle invocation finished. So the app will also automatically loaded first time. Here I will say to, I will enter Ravi. The subject I will enter Kotlin. The message welcome, right, and I will click send. So this is a one activity, this is the main activity, and I'll click send. So it will pop up another screen, that is our second activity, and it will pass the value here, Ravi Kotlin welcome. I'll go back. I will enter. I'll close the app. We'll close the app completely here. App name is my activity here. I'll say John, subject IT boost, message Kotlin, and click send. So this is the way to make the activities, the screens, and pass the values. I hope you enjoyed the video and learn about activities in Android development and how to pass the value to activities in Android. If you didn't subscribe our channel, please subscribe our channel. If you have any questions, comment in the comment box.